Thanks to Alik from Nature with Alik, we were able to follow Sapphire, our mother Ellen's hummingbird, as she laid eggs for the second clutch. She spent the next several days adding additional material to the nest and incubating the eggs. Then 16 days later, the first egg hatched overnight. Sapphire began the feeding her brand new baby chick, and we anxiously awaited for the second egg to hatch. It didn't take long, because when Sapphire left the nest the next morning, we discovered that the second egg had hatched overnight. Everything was going well until the following morning, when we saw the second baby eat for the last time. At each feeding, the younger baby had its head up for a brief second, but no open beak and no nudges from Sapphire. The poor thing was probably born with some kind of abnormality, so unfortunately this little creature's life was brief and couldn't be saved. When morning came, we found a lifeless chick in the nest. Rest in peace, little one. We were hoping that Sapphire would remove the lifeless body from the nest, but unfortunately this didn't happen. One day later, we noticed that the older chick's foot was stuck to the deceased chick. We followed the instructions of a certified rehabber and removed the lifeless chick from the nest. The intervention was successful. Our community named the firstborn chick Topaz. Let's watch the time lapse of Topaz's growth. Our 23-day-old chick spent more and more time wing exercising. Finally, when Topaz clung to the nest with only one foot while flapping, we knew that we were very close to fledge. Jade, Topaz's older sibling from an earlier clutch, was also a single nestling, and it took a long time for Jade to finally leave the nest. We surmised that the later fledge was because Jade didn't have a sibling crowding the nest or one to emulate on a first flight. But something unexpected happened on the 26th day. An intruder showed up and scared Topaz into flying away from the nest, only to return to the nest shortly afterwards. This was our little chick's first experience in the big world. Topaz flew in and out of the nest for the next few days and even at night, but always returned the next morning. Sapphire fed Topaz there, but we noticed that Mom was beginning to collect fluff from the nest. Well, Topaz spent a record 30 days in the nest, then finally left for good. Well, we found the location where Sapphire was taking the fluff to build a new nest. So stay tuned, because she's already laid the eggs of her third clutch.